Hey, how's it going? My name is Lenny B, and I am an audio engineer specifically helping content creators make a better connection with their audience. And, if you're recording your voice onto a microphone, maybe you're a voiceover artist, maybe you're a YouTuber, maybe you're just creating content for social media to market a product that you have, it's really important to make sure that you've got a clear lens so you can communicate with your customers, with your audience, right? And that may mean you just want to grow your channel, or you want to make some type of message or tell some type of story. You've got to make sure that your audio is optimized so you can make that connection with your audience on an emotional level and make that connection very clear, right? And that's what I do. I help people make sure that their voice sounds good when you're creating content. So if that's you, if you are creating some type of content and you are having trouble optimizing the audio so you can make that connection, you're in the right place. So what I want to share with you today is a submission that I received from a creator. His name is Mark. Mark is recording his voice on a Neumann TLM 103 into a Universal Audio Apollo 8 audio interface. And that is absolutely capable equipment. Like, he's got no issues. He's got a great gear to start with. So that's definitely not a limiting factor. But what I want to do for you is show you what's happening with Mark. So first, I want to play for you his raw audio. So this is his mic going directly into the Apollo with no universal audio plugins, with no unison plugin, preamps, no plugins or effects of any kind. It's just raw audio. This is what the raw audio capture sounds like in his room. Let's take a listen to the raw audio.
And the reason I decided to submit my audio is, hey, I saw a couple of videos of yours. I was watching some video online, and I thought, hey, this guy can help me. Lenny B, he sounds great. He knows what he's talking about.
Right on, Mark. If you're watching this, I appreciate the kind words. So it sounds actually pretty good. It doesn't sound horrible. He's in a good space. Like, I don't hear any long reflections. But there's an issue in his room, and it starts to reveal itself. I want to play for you the before and after I've applied some EQ, and you're going to hear a big difference. But what's causing the issue in the first place is what I want to get to. But let me play you the difference. First, I'm going to show you what the EQ that I've come up with looks like. Take a look at this. I'm doing some pretty drastic EQ. So before I talk about any of the details of what this EQ is doing, I want you to hear the difference. I'm going to play the first little section here, and then I'm going to engage the EQ so you can hear the difference, and I'll turn it on and off. And I want you to hear the difference in tone and clarity, okay? I'll start with it off and then engage it halfway through.
And the reason I decided to submit my audio is, hey, I saw a couple of videos of yours. I was watching some video online, and I thought, hey, this guy can help me. Lenny B, he sounds great. He knows what he's talking about. It's
a pretty big difference, right? You can hear when I engage the EQ, the clarity is more apparent. The voice kind of comes forward. And the reason for that change is balance. There is a frequency imbalance happening in Mark's room, and that's really what I want to talk about. Look at the EQ a little bit closer. The low mid, the mid, and the upper mid area of his frequencies that are being captured is overabundant. And so what I've done here with the EQ is dropped those mid frequencies, and there's a lot of them, but the EQ is having to do a lot of work compensating for the frequency imbalance. But when I engage the EQ and then I'm actually adding some volume out of the EQ so it's level matched again, and so you can hear the difference between just the tone. When I engage the EQ, it sounds better because it's achieving that balance. Let's listen again without the EQ, and then I'll engage it.
And the reason I decided to submit my audio is, hey, I saw a couple of videos of yours. I was watching some video online, and I thought, hey, this guy can help me. Lenny B, he sounds great. He knows what he's talking about.
All right, here's what's important for you to understand and remember. The EQ makes it sound better. It's an optimization, and it does a pretty good job. And I've actually added some more, some de-essing and some compression and stuff, and I'll play the before and after with everything, the chain that I've created for Mark. And it does sound better. But really what I want you to know, I want to be transparent here, and I explain this to Mark as well, that nothing is going to sound better than if we were to fix that imbalance that's happening in the raw audio capture, right? So what's happening is there are frequencies building up that the microphone is capturing. The microphone is picking up his pure voice, but it's also picking up what the room is doing to his voice as well, and it's all being imprinted on that raw audio capture. That forces me to put more pressure on that EQ to create that balance. But this is the important part. If he were to resolve that frequency imbalance before it gets to the microphone, then I can do less EQ pressure, less EQ work, less processing. So the plugins that I create and the sound that I create is doing more refining, and it's doing less compensating. No matter what types of plugins that you have, no matter what types or a type of equipment or a microphone, nothing is going to sound better than if you have a raw capture. Getting the raw capture right is going to sound better than any plugin, right? So really you want to make sure that your plugins are doing refining and sweetening instead of trying to fix the problem that's being captured by the microphone. That's the biggest problem, right? So now I'm going to show you not only the EQ work that I've done, but I've also done some other processing with the Schoeps Omnichannel by Waves. So what I'm going to do is disengage everything. So I'm just going to shut it all off. This is First, I'll play you the audio without any plugins, and I'm going to engage everything together, and you'll see it sounds even better. Watch.
And the reason I decided to submit my audio is, hey, I saw a couple of videos of yours. I was watching some video online, and I thought, hey, this guy can help me. Lenny B. He sounds great. He knows what he's talking about.
I can even add more compensation, more compression, more EQ, and it sounds really good. It sounds better. It's an optimization. Some people choose to just, you can immediately have this optimization, this better sound to work with immediately. But what's really important to understand is nothing is going to sound better. This can potentially, the processing work that I've done can absolutely sound even better if we were to go back in the earlier stages of his recording process and fix the raw audio capture. Then the processing work that I do could actually even sound more clear, could sound more present, and can sound more natural and balanced and consistent. That's a really big part of what the processing can do if the raw audio capture is done right. So here's the deal. There are a lot of different things that can be happening in the room to cause that imbalance. Now, what is it? There's a bunch of different solutions and a bunch of different causes. If you feel like you might have an issue with your raw audio capture, that's really how I can help you by diagnosing what is it? What's the issue? Is it a short reflection? Is it in the low frequencies? Is it in the mid frequencies? Where is that imbalance happening in the raw audio capture? And then we can figure out what the problem is and then find out really how to address it. Because really, to fix the problems, you've got to have that balanced raw audio capture, a really good foundation to work with from the beginning. And what happens a lot of times is, this may be you, right? If you feel like, hey, I'm trying to EQ my voice, but I just can't get it to sound balanced. I think I'm doing it right. I know about EQ, or I'm trying this plugin I know works well. I've seen Lenny use it before, or I've seen it online and other people use it. But for some reason, I can't dial it in. What happens is you end up kind of chasing your own tail, right? You're putting pressure here, but then it causes another problem somewhere else. The reason why that's happening is because of an issue in the raw audio capture. So let's go back again. Now that you have an idea of really kind of what's happening in the room, we've got reflection sounds that are baking in additional room frequencies into this raw audio capture, causing the imbalance. So now you kind of understand that this is happening before the microphone, before the plugins, before the audio interface. Let's listen to it again. I've disengaged all of the plugins. Listen to the raw audio one more time, and then I'll engage the plugins and the correction that I'm making with the EQ and some of the other effects here, and hear the difference between before and after.
And the reason I decided to submit my audio is, hey, I saw a couple of videos of yours. I was watching some video online, and I thought, hey, this guy can help me. Lenny B.
If you feel like you might have some type of raw audio capture issue before your microphone, send me your audio, and I can help you figure out exactly what it is and help you understand how to fix it, how to make the room corrections. And it doesn't have to be major, right? It doesn't have to be, well, I've got to put a ton of acoustic treatment up, or I have to get into a different space. It could maybe be just configuration. There's a ton of things it could be, and it really depends on your situation. The best thing to do is send me your audio, and I will respond by telling you what might be the limiting factor, what might be the problem in your raw audio capture, and let's see what we can do to fix that. Just go to my website. It's lennyb.com, and there's a red button at the top of the page. You click that and follow the instructions, and it's really simple to send me your audio. And let's get your audio right so you can make a better connection with your audience.